What's up, guys? I'm back. Today's the next day, and this is going to be more market research, where I'm going to be finishing up the market research and showing you more of what I do. And I did a little bit more to the spreadsheet. I thought I was recording, but apparently I stopped screen recording. This was last night, late last night, so I usually film at night also, but it's daytime now, so hopefully the lighting isn't too weird, but things are gonna be a little bit different. So I'm just gonna take you through what I've done to the spreadsheet for a couple hours last night. And then we're gonna do some new stuff today where we're just gonna dive into the data and see what we can find and get the actual results, the things that we want from that data, so we can learn the most. I'm gonna start screen recording. We're gonna get right to it. Let's go. Okay guys, so here's the spreadsheet, the market research spreadsheet that we were working on yesterday. I ended up adding 20, which is what I wanted. Obviously, the more you add, the more data you have, so it's never a bad thing just to have more. But yeah, so I have 20 on here, 20 good pages, all in the wealth, rich, luxury, money, business, billionaire, millionaire, all those keywords. I have all their bio here. So let's just go through it again, just in case you missed anything from the last video, or if you're just need a recap on it. So we have the user. This is the username. So wealth, rich people, empire, that's their username. You have the name of the account, which is usually under that. So let's see. Let's look at this account. So this is the username, Millionaire Mentor. Then their actual name is Millionaire Mentor for this, which it can be different, but for this one it's just the same, so that makes it easy. Yeah, we have the word we use to find it, so I just use the word wealth to look it up and find this. This is their bio, and then if they have a call to action, telling you to do something, I made it green. If it only has a link in it, it's blue. So this one only has a link to their email. It's not really telling you to do anything. But this one is saying DM me for paid promo. So they're actually telling you to do something. So that's why it's green. Number of followers, 10.2 million, 708,000. Obviously, quite a bit there. The number of posts they have. Yeah, it might not be super relevant because sometimes I've noticed people might delete posts or yeah, depending on what's going on. So, but it's still good to have that information, that data for now. Their best engagement, this is actually a really interesting thing. So this is telling me, and we use two different websites. We used a website called Viral Finder, which this website will tell you their most used hashtags, how many likes they get on their posts, most, average, total, what their top performing posts are. You can look at likes, comments, views, and just really tells you a lot of really good data. So that's a great website. And then we use this website called Social Blade, which you put in the name, and this tells you what their growth has been like. So for this, they average almost 400 followers a day, and they've gained almost 12,000 followers in the last 30 days. So pretty cool. And you can even break it down by day. So just on this day, they gained 903 followers. But then on this day, they lost 1,300 followers. So that's kind of what we're gonna do in this video. We're gonna dive into days like this and see okay, what did they do different to lose 1,300 followers? Because that's quite a bit. But yeah, going back to this, so this is the Viral Finder data. This is their most popular thing, which is a very interesting column. So usually, as you can see, it's pretty easy. Most people post reels. Those are usually the most popular formats, just because obviously they get the most views, because when people just scroll, they just kind of go straight to reels. And then some people put up slideshows, so that's when you have multiple pictures. So let's see if we can go here. So this is a slideshow, as you can see. Multiple pictures, only 2 pictures, but still. And then reels, we can obviously just go to reels here, so it makes it easy. Great. Showing their most amount of likes, average likes, same with comments, and then the most amount of views they've had. So 52 million views just on one post. That's pretty good. Then this is the Social Blade data. So this is, again, the username. This is their growth. So just their like daily growth. So on average, they're losing 980 followers a day. That's really not good. That might be something that we should look into, see what the problem is there. And then I separated these by colors. So I have some green, so I guess only one green. And green, up here I have a little key. If they're gaining plus 1,500 followers a day, then it's green. So you can see this is the only one that's 2,500 a day. Is pretty good. Nice. Good is just 500 to 1,500 followers a day, which is also pretty cool. So good for them. And then you have regular, which is 100 to 500, and then bad, minus 100. So obviously just minus followers is never a good thing. This is something new that I did last night, the overall grade, taking everything into account. So this is where I looked at like the size of the account, the like the average amount of views and posts and everything, and really this was my biggest factor, just how many followers they're gaining or losing. And I would rank it between like 1 and 5, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. So since this account is so big, normally if losing 980 followers, I'd be definite 1, but since it's so big, I moved it up a little bit to 2.5. And you can see some days huge growth, some days huge loss. Last 30 days, minus 30K, that's huge. Really anything that I noted, I put down. So like usually a few hundred followers a day. Thanksgiving weekend had red days, so days where they lost followers. Notes on like specific things, so like had a big day just on this, so that we can look that up later. And then I ranked everything, and then on this next tab, I put, out of all of these accounts, I put the best accounts, so the ones that were just 3.5 or higher, because those are going to be the ones that we're actually going to focus on to see what they're doing. Because again, we want to learn from the best. There's no point in studying a page if it isn't doing well or if it's losing followers daily. So we want to look at the actual absolute best pages and really find out what they're doing right or wrong and do that. So these are the best accounts. As you can see, these are all colored. There's no red here, so no like bad accounts. I have 10 accounts in total, so that's great. We have 10 really good pages to study. This has all their data again. And right now we're going to take some notes on some of these specific things. These accounts that are doing really well. Most of them are uploading reels. So that's really interesting data, because that tells you that posting reels is most likely the most popular format. Also, slideshow is good, a picture is good, but that's only like 2 accounts out of 10. So reels seem to do the best, which is good. We'll note that down for later. Yeah, let's start diving into this data. So those accounts are good. We can just kind of follow what they're doing. Pretty consistent with 300 a day. Had huge loss on 12.4 and 12.5. Let's find out why that is. So Millionaire meant, actually, it's just the one I have up. Okay. So pretty consistent with 300 a day. Huge loss 12.4 and 12.5. So let's go to 12.4 and 12.5 and see. So let's look at the dates. They post quite a few every day. So let's see, this is just today, also today. Okay, let's see how many posts. Since it's still morning here, I'm trying to count how many posts they post every day. So since it's still morning, I can't really take this in yet for today. Okay, so this was yesterday. So there's 1, there's 2, and I'm just looking at the hours. There's 3, there's 4, there's 5. Okay, so at least 5 posts a day. Let's see all these things that say day. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so 12 posts. Let's see for these 2 days. I just want to see how many posts they post on average. So 2 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 9. So we have 1 day with 9 posts, 1 day with 12 posts. Let's see for 3 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 posts. So I'm gonna say on average they kind of post like, let's say like 9 posts a day. So it ranged between like 8 to 12. Let's do one more day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, only 6 posts that day. So what I'm noticing is actually when they had the really bad day, or when they lost a lot of followers, it was on the 4th and the 5th, I believe. Between 3 and 4 days ago. So let's add some columns here. Abnormality. So this one is going to be for the specifics of like what happened on this day. So let's see. The 4th and the 5th was like 3 and 4 days ago. So let's see. Did they have a change in of like what they posted or how many posts? So let's count. Okay. So remember before it was like 9, sometimes 12 posts a day. Let's see, starting 3 days ago. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, they still had 8 posts. They still had a lot of posts that day. What about on the 4th day? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only had 6 posts. I don't know if that's the thing, but only 6 to 8 posts per day for those. I'm not sure if that's it, but let's see. This was 5 days ago. So I'm actually gonna look at the format of that one. Okay, so right here. This was 5 days ago. So let's see. Usually they post like a good amount of reels, slideshows, just some posts. Cool. Here, they were still posting reels. So I'm trying to look if I can notice anything different in these, like in their posts. Like maybe they started posting more pictures, maybe they started posting reels. I mean, it could be that they were posting a little bit less. 24.9. That doesn't have a lot of likes compared to, oh, that really has like none. When was this? 3 days ago. That's what, okay, how to make money. Robot lawnmowers are here. So they posted about way to make money and it didn't get a lot. Let's see. Again, I'm trying to notice anything different. So I'm also starting to notice that actually when they post about making money, like this vending machine, this lawnmower thing, they don't get as many likes actually. So that's a cool thing to note down. So let's look for the ones with the least amount of likes, see what they have in common. Okay, so I'm not really noticing any big change as to why they lost so many followers, like on the 4th, which is 4 days ago. So also, what making money posts, like business ideas, don't seem to get a lot of likes. I'm gonna note that down. I'm not really noticing any huge difference in this. This is another business post, so obviously it's not getting a lot of likes. You can see their format is this, and has like their logo on the bottom. This one must not be their content. This is someone else's. So yeah, I'm not really noticing any big changes. Maybe just the number of posts, maybe just because the post was, so that's something. The less posts you have, less posts than usual. Okay, so if they're usually posting like 9 or 10 times a day, but then these days they posted 6 to 8 times, that could be why. Let's see. So we're going to Social Blade. This is what tells us the metrics of the followers or losses every day. It's definitely good information to have. Okay, so yep, green every day, but then red on the 4th. So let's look up this account. Okay, I'm just making sure I have the right page. So let's count their number of posts per day. Oh man. They actually do not post very consistently at all. Like 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week, 3 days. Wow. 11, yeah, they're not consistent. I'm gonna say maybe 1 because they're just not consistent with their posting. So let's see, this was 38 minutes ago. So 1 today so far. 1 3 days ago. Honestly, they do like maybe 1 every couple of days, which I mean is interesting considering that they've only been read 1 day, but also their growth isn't like crazy big compared to all the other ones. Maybe on the 4th, so 4 days ago. Did they post anything 4 days ago? Let's see that. No. So this was like a slideshow. So maybe one thing that's different is it could have been like on their story, could have been, so this is something that I didn't really think about before that could be affecting followers. So maybe if people are posting like a specific ad on their story, or they're just posting something on their story that people don't like, they could lose a lot of followers that way. Or maybe they don't post on their story. So like, does this page have a story up? No, it does not. Did the last page have a story? Yeah. Yeah, so they do have a, so it looks like they're pretty consistent, or at least they have a story, which is good. Okay, let's see. Consistent, consistent, huge growth surge. So let's find out what happened there. Okay, Elite's Wealth, copy that. Here, let's go to Social Blade just so we can see the growth surge. Wow, yeah, they're doing really good every day. And you can see here, huge. I mean, 2,200 followers in just 1 day. That's awesome. Okay, so first let's look up how many times they post a day. Okay, so this was yesterday. So 1, 2. Okay, so 2 yesterday, 2 days ago. Let's see, 1. Only 1. So 3 days ago, 1. Okay. 4 days ago, 1. So they only post like once a day. Okay, so between, like say, a week ago to 4 days ago. So on the 30th, they posted one. It was a slideshow. Twice 6 days ago. Once 4 days ago. So the one difference I'm actually noticing just on their huge growth day is that they usually post giant captions here. Yeah, so usually really long captions. But 4 days ago when they had their huge growth, they actually posted a very short caption. So that's just something that I'm gonna note down. Lots of slideshows. So again, I'm just noting down literally anything that I notice. Okay, so again, I'm not really noticing anything huge, just maybe the caption. Yeah, not really big change in the number of posts. Maybe like there's one day where they posted 2 a day, but that's not really a huge thing. Okay guys, so we just finished up this little second part of our sheet. So just for a recap, this has all of the best performing pages. So like they're growing the best, they get the most likes. Really just all the pages that we want to follow their example and learn from. I put some extra notes on here. For every single one, I put like their average post per day. So you can see like 2 posts every day, 2 every day, 5 every day, 2 per day, 8 to 12 per day, which is quite a bit. And then if they have a big abnormality, so let's see, they had a huge loss on 12.4 and 12.5. Let's see, they do so on 12.4 and 12.5, let's see, let me just specify that. So on 12.4 and 12.5, they only did 6 to 8 posts per day, when they usually do 8 to 12. So they did considerably less, or at least a couple less, which it's not a big deal. It doesn't seem like a lot, but in some eyes, it might be the deal breaker. Maybe if they're not seeing their name quite as often as they're used to, then that could be what's losing them followers. So also, I put on here just a good note to have whenever they have money-making ideas, so business ideas. So I think one was about like cutting grass or like getting a robotic lawnmower to start a lawnmower business. One was about like an ATM or vending machine business. Whenever they put posts like that, they actually don't get as many likes. That's just an interesting thing to note down, that unfortunately, that's just the way people are. They like to see what money can get you, like the success stories, but they don't really like to see like the business ideas of how to get there. But that's what this page is all about, that we're going to be teaching that. So that's just an interesting thing. Maybe one every couple days if they're not consistent at all. Let's see. So they were red. It could be, I wasn't seeing anything different since they're usually not that consistent. It could be something that they posted on their story. Maybe they posted like an ad. They didn't have a story up today. It could be they posted an ad. Maybe they didn't put a story up that day. Maybe, I don't know. It could be anything. But anyways, they're not very consistent. Let's see what their growth is. So they're still growing a pretty good amount, 1 per day on average. Oh, I also put some notes here of like what they post, like mostly pictures and reels and slideshows. So if I didn't put something in this abnormality column, I put it in this notes column, because like there wasn't 1 or 2 days that like were different. So I was just noting what they post. So reels and tweets. So this person is actually more of an influencer who's teaching finance, teaching personal finance. Let's see, his name, Ian Builds Wealth. He actually has a really cool profile, so definitely check it out if you want to learn more about wealth and investing and all that fun stuff. Yeah, he posts a lot of his own tweets. So like he'll have tweets of, yeah, let's see if I can go to it. Okay, so as you can see, he posts a lot of like his own tweets. So, which is a cool way to, a lot of people won't read like a long caption. So if there's tweets, they can just read it right there. So that's a cool thing to note down. 1 every day, mostly reels, some slideshows, 1 per day. They had a huge growth surge. Oh, so this one was interesting. So this page usually puts very long captions, the kind where like you have to scroll in order to read the entire caption. Unlike some of these huge growth days, they actually put a short caption. Could just be people don't like to read a lot. So when there's a shorter caption, people will like it more, or people will follow them more. So that's just an interesting thing to note down. They're pretty consistent with their growth. They post 1 to 2 times a day. Had a big day on the 7th. So this page posts primarily just about Bitcoin. So lately Bitcoin has been doing better since it just broke 100K and everyone's kind of talking about it. So when Bitcoin does better, they get more followers, which I guess kind of makes sense. So they didn't really do anything special yesterday, nothing out of the ordinary looking at their posts, but I guess just with Bitcoin doing better, the page did better. So now looking at all this data, we can see like what pages are the best, like the best pages, what they're doing, what they're posting, which is cool, how many times they're posting, which is a very important thing. It looks like on average, people post like 1 to 2 times a day. This page posting 8 to 12 a day, that's insane. I don't know how any one person, especially anybody with a job, could do that. So they're probably outsourcing to people in order to do that, or they have a team, but who knows? How many followers do they have? 10.3 million. They definitely have like a whole team working on that. But that's how they grew their page to 10 million, by posting 12 times a day. So that's what it takes. But when we're first starting out, and we're still gonna grow quite a bit, or at least that's what we're aiming for, I think posting around like 2 times per day seems like the best thing. And then as far as things to post, it looks like so mostly pictures and reels and slideshows. So it seems like reels are the top thing to post. Slideshows also do well. So slideshows are when there's lots of pictures. They actually get a lot of saves. And according to the Instagram algorithm, apparently, saves put your profile like at the top. So like when you search for a keyword, your profile will come up first if you have like a lot of views in your reels, if you have a lot of saves on slideshows, and also obviously if you have a lot of likes. So you get a lot of likes on reels, and just, yeah, I guess reels do the best. So we're gonna note this down. One little side note that's important: when you're building your business, when you're doing research and stuff, always keep a notebook with you. This will help you out in more ways than anything, just because any thought that you think of, any big thing that you notice, you can write it down immediately. So I'm gonna write just at the top, ideas. So post 2 times a day. Let's see, reels primarily. So what's some other insights that we can take just from this? Stay consistent. So all of these big pages, one thing that I did notice, they posted stories often. So most of these big pages that are growing quite a bit always have stories on their page, whether that be about their own posts or about other pages' posts. So that's an important thing. Just, we're gonna post stories all the time. That can get you more followers. That can keep your followers engaged. If you put like, a lot of pages I follow put daily like the tests that you can do. So it gives you like multiple choice, just something to engage the follower. So that's an important thing. So also, as far as name goes, put keyword in name. This is just an important little side note that I'm writing down. So the keyword that people want to find, so like billionaire, millionaire, money, luxury, like a lot of the stuff is in their names, like wealth, money, millionaire, billionaire, success, really just anything that people like, they'll just search for that word. And obviously, again, people like to see wins, so put that in the name. That's good to know. So as far as right now, I have a couple ideas, just so you can see. So there, so you can see my handwriting. I know it's backwards on that. But, so we have, for ideas, we have post 2 times a day. We have primarily post reels with some like slideshows. pics or slideshows in between, just to kind of change it up a little bit, because that's what all these big pages have. Just occasionally they post like slideshows. We're gonna stay consistent, so consistently posting like twice a day, and primarily Reels. We're gonna post on our story often. So I noticed that most of these big pages have stories up, and not just like 1 or 2 stories, but they have like 5 to 10 stories just every day, where they're posting either about their own posts or about other posts that are in like the same genre, so like other money accounts. Also, they post like polls on the post, that's the word, so that people can engage, they can engage their followers, they get more followers that way. And yeah, then the last thing I have on here is to put keyword in name. So if people want to see money, people want to see luxury, people want to see wealth, millionaire, billionaire, with all these big accounts on this page, on the like market spreadsheet that I did, all of them are in the username and in the name. So you want to specify both. I'm going to put that down. So both username and name, because those are different things. Okay, so yes, you want like money in the username. So like this one page is called like old money culture, and then their actual name is like money, luxury, success. So they're putting like money and luxury in their name, but then money is in their username too. So things like that, just to keep it easy, make it easy for people to find you. One thing I did also notice, just another little side note, shorter captions. I'm gonna look at a lot of these pages again, but it seems that shorter captions do better than longer captions. I mean, that kind of makes sense because people's attention spans are honestly pretty low, speaking to myself as well. And people don't really like to read. Like if they're scrolling through Reels or scrolling through posts, most people won't take the time to just like read the small little caption underneath. So a lot of times if you want words, put it in the post as like one of those like AI voice backing, just so they can listen to it as they're looking at the pictures. Yeah, keep the captions super short. So I'm gonna look at these posts again to see, like on the biggest pages, see how long their captions are in general, and I'm not gonna note that down. Just another thing that we can add to the spreadsheet. But yeah, so as for right now, I'm gonna wrap up this video, but just to let you know, we have some really good insights. So we have all this data of the biggest pages. We have like how many followers, how many posts per day, how they're growing per day, what they primarily post, some lessons we learned from it, like to stay consistent, things like that. And yeah, so I think we have some really good data on how to start this page out. I think the next thing that I'm gonna do actually is like, I'm gonna start finding a name, building that page. We can actually come up with a name for this channel, since as of right now, I still don't even have anything. So far, my name is Sheldon, and yeah, we're building business online. We're making this money. So remember, don't stop the grind. We're gonna keep going, even when you don't feel like it. Honestly, just get some coffee and keep working. What I found is that in the morning, it's your most productive times, but a lot of my videos I actually film at night just because it works better for my life. In the morning, like it is right now, is when I feel like I'm the most inspired. So that's just another little thing. Remember, manifest your dreams. You can dream, just don't forget to work for your dreams. So again, thanks so much for watching. If anyone's watching, thank you very much. I guess we can say to everyone, I know it's backwards, but I love you very much. There you go. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. And next we will be hopefully picking a name. Yeah, exciting stuff.